Hi, are you someone who's saying, you know what, I'm making this money, but the math ain't mathing, things are not making sense? Well, great news. In today's video, I will be sharing some key tips on financial freedom, financial peace, the 7 key areas that you need to be aware of if you want to get ahead in life financially. So let's sit down, let's have a chat. Six key areas that we're going to talk about today when it comes to financial peace and freedom is saving money, and things are not adding up. It's not going to add up because the cost of living is expensive, and I feel like PPP, all of that was a setup to raise everything, the price of everything, but that's just my theory. Nevertheless, I'm going to share in today's video 7 key areas. This is going to be a quick video, hopefully 7 minutes, 7 steps to financial success. Number 1 is savings. You're going to have a savings account. A savings account is going to help you. Did I introduce myself? Hi, I'm Miss Joyce Pollard, girl mom, woman of faith, success coach. I love everything holistic wealth, holistic success, because you have to think about everything in its entirety. And so today we are talking about financial success, all right? Financial peace, financial freedom. Number 1, you're going to have a savings account. You're going to have a savings account. And I stopped saying emergency fund because I don't want no emergencies. Like, I just want money somewhere just in case I want to spend some extra money, or just in case something happens and I need to be able to pay my bills without panicking. So I call it a family fund. Maybe someone else has an emergency or they need some money. And this is money that I'm not loaning out and I'm not giving away to others, because I feel like oftentimes we're giving away money to others that will not show up for us when we are in our time of need. So fine, you're going to have a savings account. I hope the savings account is at least 3 to 6 months, or more. I would say 3 to 6 months of living expenses, because once you have that set up, you want to also make sure that you have a protection plan, a life insurance policy with living benefits. Hopefully you have cash value, but that's a whole nother conversation. You want to have an investment account. Investment account is where you're able to put some money in and your money is able to grow. You're able to put some in the market, money market, mutual funds, stocks, all of the good stuff. Number 4, you're going to want to have legacy building and asset protection, meaning do you have wills, trust, and power of attorney in place? If you're not able to make decisions for yourself, who's able to make decisions for you? This is crucial. As someone who is in the healthcare field, who sees what people go through when they're not able to make decisions. And for me, it wasn't even so much like if something happened to me and I'm no longer living. Imagine I'm laid up in a hospital. I have a home, I have assets, I have money in the bank, and nobody and my family's not able to speak on my behalf. We have to have a plan in place, because oftentimes it is said a little too late about what we should be doing with our lives. Next, you're going to want to have a retirement plan. Listen, I used to always say I have time, and now I'm in my 40s. I'm like, the clock is ticking and time is not on our side. We need to be putting money away. A portion of our income needs to be going towards our future. Otherwise, we're getting up every single day and we're going to work someone else. We're making other people rich. But what happens? We don't want to be 60 something years old living off Medicaid, a fixed income, and like we worked all of those years for what? So we need to be thinking retirement. You need to have a plan in place, whether you pass away prematurely, you live too long, or something happens in between that time frame. Number 6, you want to have a way to tackle debt. These credit card interest rates, they are setting us up. Like, I get so many credit card offers in a course of a week. It's crazy. I'm like, okay, Chase, how many cards do I need? I love Chase. I bank with them too. But how many credit cards do I actually need? And they lure you in with these bonuses and with these points, and those points are the devil. I've said it. I used to always be like, oh, credit card points are great. But no, when you compare it with the interest rate that we're paying, it's not worth it. Number 7 is credit. There are so many times where I see people with these bad credit scores, and I'm asking them, I'm talking to them, I'm like, okay, you know what? What's going on? your credit score is this, your car loan is this, what's the plan to improve your credit? And they're like, well, I just have to wait. No, you don't. Listen, there are ways that you can fight these things on your credit. There are ways that you can add more positive trade lines on there so that your credit score can improve, but do not be stuck. Like, find a solution, talk to people. A lot of times we're not sharing our struggles, and that's the reason that we can't succeed. Talk to people, research online. If there's a will, there's a way. So these are the 7 areas of financial success, I would say, that will take you from financial peace to financial freedom. So hopefully you learned something today. Let me know if you want me to make a video going into any of these a little bit deeper, but that is, you want to make sure you have a savings account. Let's do a quick recap. You want to make sure you have a savings account. You want to make sure that you have proper protection in place. You want to make sure that you have investment accounts so that your money can grow. You want to make sure that you're protecting your assets with living will, power of attorney. We call that advanced directives in the medical field. You want to make sure you're planning for the future. If you don't want to think retirement, just think future planning, because you might not want to retire, but you want to be able to decide whether or not you get up and go to work every single day. If you're 68 or 70 years old working at Publix being a bagger, it's going to be because you want to get out of the house and you want to stretch your legs, not because you need to pay your rents. Okay. Next, you're going to want to get a tackle on your debt. If you have over a certain amount of credit card debt and you can't grasp it and all you can do is pay, this is a good sign. If all you could pay is the minimum payment on your credit cards, there's a problem with that and you need to get some help. Okay. And number 7 is credit. Get your credit. Let's get into the 800 credit, because life looks different here. I was able to go to the dealership, buy a car, no money down. Look, credit is power and you deserve that. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, ta-ta. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what video you want to see next. Take care. Visit myholisticsuccess.com and grab your free gift today.